Flooding in Accra has become a perennial phenomenon with the rains setting in again. A lot of Ghanaians are grappling with how to face the floods while salvaging their properties. Although Accra receives the least amount of rainfall annually, studies have revealed the region's vulnerability to flooding stems from hydrological factors concerned with the flow of water, human activities, and extreme weather events associated with climate change. JoyNews' Favor Nuno has been looking at the impact of floods on Accra's roads and has come through with this report.
On June 3, 2015, Ghana was hit by the most devastating impact of floods, which resulted in a flood and fire disaster that claimed over 150 lives and destroyed public infrastructure, mainly roads. Following from this, then President Mahama set aside 50 million Ghana cedi, out of which 30 million was to be used for road maintenance. So how much of this was used? Inusa Fusaini is a former roads minister.
Unfortunately, the Minister of Roads and Highways was unable to access part of the 30 million for the purposes of road repairs. The money, I understand, was consumed entirely by the National Disaster Management Organization. You know, the floods came with the fire disaster at the Guel circle, and so most of the money, I understand, was used to accommodate the victims of the fire disaster.
How did the ministry surmount this challenge?
What we did, when we realized that we could not access the 30 million, we appealed to the World Bank Country Director, and then he made available to us about $6 million. This $6 million was used to do repair works on washed-out bridges and culverts, washed-out roads, damaged roads within Accra and Tema metropolitan area.
So what were some of the roads that got damaged and required fixing after June 3? Abbas Mohammed Awolu is the director of urban roads.
Yes, after the June 3 disaster, significantly we had some damages on our roads, especially in the areas along the Odo Channel. We're looking at Adabraka area, the official street that is coming from Kamikuma Avenue, Railway Road, Castle Road. You could see gaping manholes on those roads. Sections of the ring road itself, from Awudome, Semet towards Obecheli-Namte, towards Abusoka area, had challenges. To East Legon, in front of Galaxy International, just after OI. We go into Ashaman, we had major challenges. The Zeni Road, which links Ashama into Zeni, Apollonia, etc. The cover there was completely washed off.
Mr. Awolu decries the dumping of waste and metals into drains, resulting in a spillover of flowing water onto the streets, which seeps down into the roads, eventually destroying them.
The drains are meant to carry stormwater and not solid waste. You have some of the storm drains that people throw, unfortunately, mattresses into them, and so on and so forth.
Mattress?
Yes. Or if you go onto the Nima drain, you find spare parts being thrown into the
metals.
Yes. Fridges are being thrown into our management as a country. We throw in all these waste materials into the drains, and we need to do a lot more of the education so that these drains are meant to carry stormwater and nothing else.
Department of Urban Roads say a target of repairing damaged roads in excess of 200 kilometers across the country is currently on course.
Favor Nuno with today's edition of JoyNews Agenda.